check it out. Have a great week, guys. Blessings.
Love your neighbor as you love yourself.
You're kings and queens.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Virtual Kisses. Tanya and I are back on again, and we just wanted to share with you one thing that's helping us to get through this whole coronavirus scare. And hopefully it's just going to help you guys too. And we'd love to hear what it is. The one thing, if you want to put that down in the comments, just write down one thing that's helping you get through this whole pandemic. But I'm going to let Tanya start sharing first. And
well, hi everyone.
I'll share right after that.
Again, hi everyone. We're back to share with you. So through this pandemic that's going around the world right now, where everybody is basically running around with their heads cut off type of thing, like chickens, I'm going to share with you one thing that keeps me stable and just normal, like my normal everyday life, to keep myself calm. One of the things is my faith, and my faith is in Jesus and what he's done for me and at the cross. And that's one of the things that I put my hope in and my trust in. So, but I'm just going to share with you one of the things through Christ or through God is the love of God that has kept me grounded in most of the trials and the stuff that are going on around in the earth. How I met or how I got into, like how I bumped into the love of God is, let's just look at it this way. When I was a young little girl, I never knew my father. Like, I have a father, but I never really knew him. So I didn't know what a father is like. I didn't know what they do, how they interact with daughters. So I was kind of lost in that area. But I had an amazing mother who loved us and loved me and took care of me the best way she knew how. And she was single and everything, but she did everything she could for us in showing both worlds, trying to show both worlds to our family. So anyways, as I started to grow up and not knowing what a father figure was, I eventually bumped into Jesus. I was introduced to Jesus, and then eventually I got to know who he was. And one day I bumped into the love of God. He revealed himself to me as Father. And fast forward into life now, you know, just hearing the amazing things he's done for me and how much he loves me to the point where he'd do anything for me, I started to fall in love with what a father really looks like. So yeah, today I'm thriving in the love of God, in the passion of God, and that's mostly what keeps me stable in all this pandemic stuff that's going around.
So good.
Back to you.
Well, same thing here, guys. Like it's my faith that gets me through as well. I figure, you know, I need to have faith in something bigger than myself. So I put my faith into God. And he's definitely helped me get through a lot of this, a lot of hard times in my life too, coming up to this point. Of course, so any kind of difficulties kind of proved himself faithful. And I do want to share, like, I guess, little testimonies about how he's shown up for me even through this time, through the pandemic time. You know, we're in a season when basically people are, you know, hoarding and stocking up their households and everything with like toilet paper and sanitizer and you name it. And, you know, or if you go to I don't know if you guys have experienced this, but you go to the grocery store and let's say you want some beef and all there is chicken, right? Maybe the chicken that you don't normally buy, and that's all there is. So I find that in that time, you can get into like oh no, what am I going to eat? Oh no, what am I going to do? Let's say you have like gluten-free, or you have like specific things that you want to buy and they don't have it in there. Like, what am I going to do? That's something where God has kind of shown up for me and my family a lot. So just through the kindness of others, just moving on people's hearts, it will be like one thing where we're thankful. We're thankful that we've got food. We're thankful that we've got like a roof over our head. We've got a place to sleep, because many people out there don't have that. And so I don't want to take that for granted. And I'm thankful for our health right now. Like right now we're good. Family is good. Lots of things to be thankful for. But sometimes like when your conveniences are taken, you can kind of miss stuff. So I was just like missing beef, or just simple things, fresh fruit, right? I kind of got tired eating out of a can. And those days that we would just in our heart kind of desire something, right? All of a sudden, ding dong, someone would socially distance blessing our household. And they didn't know, because this is quiet. This is between us and God, right? And like fruit would show up at the door from like an aunt or something. She just felt to go pick that up. Or a friend of mine stopped by, and when I said all there was chicken, right? I hadn't had beef forever. We were so iron deficient. And I opened the door. My friend texts me, and she's just like, "Can you come out?" And on my doorstep is like these huge like beef steak stuff, and as well as some greens and the cakes, because I was gonna. I don't know if you've been seeing the big searches on YouTube, but it's all how to make cake with like 2 ingredients. So
Yeah.
I've been wondering, should I make cake for my kids, because we're getting tired of eating bread every day. Anyways, mini cakes were there on the door, right? So just like God has just shown himself as a good father to me, like in the past, but even now when we need to see a good father and someone who's going to take care of us, and who does care about our needs and our wants as well, and our desires. And if it's not going to harm us, he answers those things, right? And it's like, we're not the types to like, pray by our bedside or anything like that. It's a communication, like a relationship with God. And so it's like a heart to heart talk with God. And, he's always blowing me away just with like his kindness. Like, if you guys, like, I'm always talking about kindness, but it's because God, he is one of the kindest people I know, right?
Yes,
and the most
definitely.
loving, most
Yes.
loving that I know too, right? So it helps me kind of want to become more like that. Like, I want to become more like my Heavenly Father. My story is a little bit different than Tanya's, where my earthly father, he's still alive, right? Like my dad, my mom, they're both still alive, and they're great. They've been so supportive. They've helped me and my children through so many things, and still are, right? And he was like the main provider for our home, where my mom ran like many businesses. My dad was the main provider. So I had kind of a foundation to see God as a good father and see God as a provider, because of my earthly father was a good example of that. But for those of you like Tanya who don't have that example in their life, God doesn't stop short. You know what I mean? His heart,
That is so.
yeah, it says his arm is not too short that it can't save you, right? So God reaches out to them as well. Like anyone who's lacking an earthly father, he more than makes up for that, right? Because he's such a
Even
good
now, yeah. Sorry, Elsa, but even now, guys, growing up without a father, but with a mother, even now, for God is my father and my mother, because my mom and dad both passed away a few years ago, and it's just me and my siblings and my children and my husband and everybody. And God has been just so good and loving and caring, and it's like he has to. It's not that he has to prove anything to me, but it's more like he is proving he is a good father, and that even though my earthly parents are not here, that he wants to be my dad. He wants to be my provider, my carer, and my everything that I've never experienced before. Not that I haven't from my mother, but from my father's side. So go ahead, Elsa.
That's right. Well, and as good as your mother or father are, it says God is like better, right? So even like God just tops it off. So yeah, we would love to hear Like, what is the one thing that has helped you through this whole coronavirus thing and this world pandemic that we're going through too? If you want to drop that down in the comments, we'd love to hear back from you guys. And hopefully
Yeah.
just sharing these tips, helpful tips, will help one another. If you guys do have any questions about our faith and about why we believe the things that we do, we drop that down too. We don't mind answering some questions for you guys. And yeah, we would love to hear back from you guys. So I think that's about it, eh? Did you have anything else to share, Tanya?
No, I think that's good. Just to know that God loves you too. And if you don't know God, just all you have to do is just believe on Christ, that He's done amazing things for you too, and start that relationship with God and see for yourself. Don't take our word for it, but find out for yourself what a good Father He is and what a loving Father He is. So
That's right.
do you
And
have
we'd love to
anything
hear
else,
too.
Elsa?
Well, I would love to hear like stories about kindness. So that I had those stories about people, God using people to like just having social distancing blessings. If you guys have some of those happening in your life, we would love to hear that too, just to brighten each one's day, right? So yeah. So anyways, thanks for stopping in, guys. We hope that this helped you guys out. And until next time, virtual kisses from both of us. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.